Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's Daily Recap is for Friday, December the 29th, 2023. Friday, December the 29th. Last recap of 2023, y'all. Oh my goodness. It has now been a full year and a half of daily recaps for me. So let's go through today's show. Today's show was kind of cute. Actually, it was kind of cliffhanger Friday. Now we have, let's see, who am I starting with? I am starting with Esme. And I don't know about you. Doesn't her face even look different? I think it's because when they had her not not having her memories, she kept her hair up in a ponytail, right? All the time. Now, I mean, very rare did she have her hair down. But I don't know. Now she's got it parting down the center, all long down, and but her face looks different. I don't know. Back to evil, back to those tendencies. She looks like a different person. Now she goes to see Heather, and Heather was talking to her, and Heather caught something. She goes, "Something's different about you. Did you do something with your hair?" And she's looking because remember, Esme would always have her hair, well, when she didn't have her memories, in a ponytail. And she goes, "There's something different." And she's like, and then she said something about, you know, she left the baby because how was your first holiday with your baby? And so he goes, "Well, it was she didn't have him. She left him with Spencer." And Heather was kind of like, "You did what?" And so, and Trina, Trina was there too. And she goes, wait a minute. The way you said the word Trina, your facial expression, it was that of contempt. She goes, "You've got your memories back." And she says, "I'm getting to meet my daughter for the first time." And she's so honored, right? And so Esme looked at her and said, how could you tell?" She goes, "It's your facial expressions. I've studied you. I studied you at Shady Brook. Um, you had fear behind your eyes because you didn't know anything." She goes, "Oh, there's no fear behind your eyes because you know everything." And she goes, "Oh, it feels so good to be able to talk to somebody about this." Oh, she's going to be taking tips from crazy Heather Weber, which is going to make her, you know what? Because look, she used to take crazy tips from Ryan, right? Heather is now going to be the crazy tip lady. She's not going to take any kind of advice from Laura. Mm-mm. She goes, yeah, she was stuck having to be Alexis's lackey. It's like, oh my goodness, wait, what? See, already work was always beneath Esme. So her whole attitude is now she's going to have to pretend to be good, which is going to be harder for her, right? She's not going to be thinking the forget didn't know who I was. Esme wanted to do a good job, had pride in excelling in her job, like being told she's doing a good job. This one, Alexis is going to notice it too. Absolutely. Her being on in her own apartment with Ace. How much you want to bet everybody? They had that baby kind of want to pull away for a minute. Like, wait, are you my mother? Because babies can sense personality, sense change, sense all of that, right? We're going to see. Does she hold him the same way? Because amnesiac Esme, that baby was her whole world. I know who I am, Esme. The baby's a pawn, right? And actually may be inconvenienced by the sleepless nights. I actually like where they're going with this because now we're going to see how is this character going to navigate. So Heather told her, this is New Year's Eve. You go put on a pretty dress and you go out. You need to meet someone and someone worthy of you. So Trina got accepted to some fellowship in Paris. And Spencer's trying to convince her to go. And she's like, I can't do it. I just can't. Curtis needs me and blah, blah, blah. And it's only for a semester, right? And he's like, Trina, you can't pass up this opportunity. And so she goes, but I wouldn't want to leave you. And she says, and I know you can't leave your brother. And so Spencer looked at her and he says, well, now that Esme has moved out, you know, I could go and fly back. It's only a plane ride. I could fly back on the weekends if she'll let me visit him. And Trina looked at him. She goes, wait, what? You would do that for me? He goes, I'll go anywhere with you. And he's talking about all the places he wants her to see and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. And we'll see, because let's remember, Nicholas Chavez does have that movie in the works. And now that things are getting back to normal, I don't know, did they get a shoot date? And are they deciding to take Trina's character out the equation for those months as well? I'm cool with that. I'm cool with them taking them both out of the equation, because then otherwise they would have to carry on a storyline with Spencer and Esme moving away from Trina, because by the time she came back, a whole bit different dynamics could go on. But if they take her and him out the equation at the same time, Esme still is going to be doing her Esme thing. And by the time both Trina and Spencer's characters come back, they could pick up right where they left off with her trying to come between the two of them. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I won't miss Trina. I mean, not that I don't like the character of Trina, but I won't miss Trina if they have her gone for 3 months in Paris. I kind of like that exit for both of those characters. Nicholas Chavez gets to do his movie. She gets some time off, come back. Now they could go strong. That's interesting. Because see, otherwise, look, they were writing her out with accepting the fellowship. She was the one leaving, right? He's the one doing the movie outside of the show. So, okay, I like it. I like it. So we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, Heather is telling her, come back to see me anytime, but don't come too much. Because as much as I would love to see you here, the amnesiac Esme is afraid of Heather. She goes, so don't come back too much, but come back and see me from time to time. And then she said, and it's nice to know my daughter, right? And she goes, it's nice to meet you. And so Esme actually reaches over and grabs hold of Heather's hands. I mean, she is gravitating to that evil like there is no tomorrow. See? Evil and evil. So, okay, let's go with that. Let's go with that. And then this was cute to me. Alexis is late getting to the skydiving. She's a nervous wreck and it's getting dark and they're saying, hey, we may have to cancel this. And he goes, she'll be here. And so as they were just getting ready to call it, No. She goes, I'm here. Oh my God, I'm here. And she's just a nervous wreck. And they're like, okay, we have to go. And she's rambling. Oh my God, but wait. I need to let you know. She's talking to the woman diver. I've done a bunch of research on your company. Okay, you're safe, but I need to know when was the last time that plane was serviced? And I need to know, the parachute. When was the last time the equipment was? I mean, she's just stalling, right? And she goes, okay, and I'm okay with France or the guy, Jim. He instructed me on how to do things. Okay, so I'm okay with him being my diving partner. And she goes, well, now that it is so late, Tim has gone home for the day. You have Franz here. And this is wiry haired, hey, y'all, let's go jump out this plane kind of guy. And she's like, absolutely not. Okay, I'm calling this whole thing off. Right. And so Alexis is like, Gregory is like, okay, all right, So she goes, but Gregory, wait. And she's panicking. She's putting her hand on her face, and she goes, look, can we just talk, you and I? Can we talk, you and I, just for a few moments? So she pulls him to the side, and the folks at the place says, okay, you've got like 2 minutes. Otherwise, we got to make a decision. We cannot do it if it gets too late. Okay, just give me some time. So she pulls him to the side, and he goes, Alexis, what's this all about? Well, goodness, I got so much going on, not to mention just my nerves, but my girl, now that Christina's going to be there, she just telling him her whole life story. And, and I just got, he goes, look, Alexis, obviously, guess what? This is too overwhelming for you. We will just cancel this. I don't want to force you into this jump, right? And so she goes, and he calls over the skydiving folks and says, you know what? We're going to cancel. Sorry for all the inconvenience and you waiting around, but thank you so much, for the instructions. And Alexis goes, no, you know what? No, we're not. We are jumping out of this plane. And she goes and she grabs the helmets and we're going to do it right now. And he goes, really? Yes, we're going to do it. So then the scene comes back and it's darker, right? And she's like, oh my God, oh God, I made it down. Oh my God, where's Gregory? Is he dead? Did he make it? Is he still alive? And so the lady, because she ended up jumping with the lady, she wasn't still jumping with the stringy haired guy. And she goes, he's fine. And she walks away. And Gregory goes, I'm here, Alexis. Just give me a minute because he's got his cane. He goes, just taking me a little longer to get around, but I'm here. And she goes, oh my God, I just want to make sure you're still alive. And so she goes, oh, and he goes, okay, how did you like it? And she looked at him, she says, oh my God, this was the best. Oh, she was just like, it was so exhilarating. And oh my goodness, you're just gliding and you're looking at the earth. You can see everything. And as you're getting closer, you can start to, oh, she was just thrilled and tingly about the whole experience. She's like, I am so happy I did this with you, right? And as she's talking, he reaches over and he kisses her. And she kisses him back, but she's kind of like, whoa, hey, what, you know? And as he pulls away, the fireworks start. And they're both looking up at the fireworks. And Alexis grabs him, like hugs him even more, around the side and like, oh, you are my best friend. I mean, it was more of a, I love our relationship because she is his end stage friend. And what I like about it is she's liking the fact that they're that close. She's liking the fact that they can share these things. And the kiss didn't bother her. She will still have to guard her heart, but I think Alexis will see where this goes. And she's not Because to me, they kind of had Gregory interested in Tracy too. But see, Tracy knows he's dying. There's not too many. Tracy's going to be a friend to him too. People are going to be friends to him. Alexis genuinely, their personalities really work well together. I'm still hoping for a miracle cure with this. Come on now. We saw Mike die with Alzheimer's. We don't need to really see Gregory die. We saw Britt progressing with her Huntington's. So we don't need Gregory's ALS to kill him. I mean, make it a misdiagnosis, but goodness, too much time has gone by. You know, look, everybody, I'm changing the subject real quick. I'm looking at my little gray hair coming out of from the bottom of my cap. I was kind of toying around with losing the Daily Recap Lady head covering, and I have short gray hair, and just coming out as with my short hair. Kind of tell me in comment corner. Cause see, my hair, my hat, my little turban headdress is a part of and black, is a part of my Daily Recap Lady wardrobe. Let me know. What do you think? Think I should ditch it? I don't know. I haven't embraced my gray fully. I think that's the problem. But let's go back to the show. Let's go back to the show. Now, New Year's Eve, Carly sees Ned because Ned has come to the Savoy with Olivia and Lois. And he's going to go get the ladies a drink. And he walks by Carly. Carly, she's there alone because Drew can't make it. Michael and Willow was supposed to join. Excuse me, everybody. Michael comes and she goes, "Where's Willow?" She goes, "Willow's having to cover second shift because they didn't have enough coverage at the hospital. People called in sick." So she goes, "Oh, okay." So she goes, "Look, it's just mother and son. How pathetic are we?" And he's like, "Please." He likes being with his mother. So he's going to get them to a drink. And Sonny's on his way. He left Nina at her office. She had to finish up a deadline. Something was hanging in the ballots that she couldn't leave just right there. So she's gonna meet him at the Savoy before midnight. So anyway, Michael's gone to get them a drink. Carly sees Ned walking by, and he's getting ready to go to get drinks for Olivia and Lois. Oh, she lays into him about, now that he got his memory back, she can't wait to tell him a piece of her mind. He's a traitor. How would he how could he, turn her in, Drew in like that? And for what? And blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. And Ned looks at her, he goes, "I don't have to take this from you. I don't have to take this at all from you." And Michael is seeing, Ned was getting ready to tell Carly right there. See, and my thing is he should. I don't get that. And so meanwhile, Lois and Olivia are at a table, and mind you, Olivia's dressed, put out, go Olivia, man. Looking good in that red dress. Okay. So Lois is still talking about it. Look at what's happening, Libby. So you're okay with Ned taking heat like that from Carly? She's thinking and he didn't. She goes, "Just leave it alone, Lois. Oh my goodness. This has nothing to do with you. This has something to do with my family. Ned is the father of my daughter. And it's not fair that he's taking this heat." Okay, let me think. I'm missing something. It's right in front of my face. And she's trying to go by. She goes, "Okay." And then Michael now has come over. And she goes, "Look, you're saying it's for the peace of the family. Ned and Michael are family. There's no peace there. What is going on? If Ned didn't do it and it's for the peace of the family, are you saying Michael did it?" Oh my God, he turned his own mother into the SEC. And she's like, "Oh, who?" And she goes, "Oh my God, Lois, that is not what happened. And stop trying to figure out what happened. Leave it alone, Lois. Leave it alone. Michael did not turn, just stop." Okay, if it wasn't Michael, no. So then Sonny, he comes in and he says hello, and I think he kisses both of them on their cheeks or whatever he does, maybe little half hugs to both. And they're like, "Hi, Sonny," and he said, you are looking beautiful or whatever. And he's looking over and he's seeing Michael in between Carly and Ned said, "I don't have to take this from you." And so Sonny looks at Olivia and Lois, and he walks right past them. And he goes, "Yeah, Ned, you do. What is it you feel you got to say that you don't have to take? Because you deserve everything coming to you." And Ned looks at Sonny. And Carter's like, Sonny, you don't need, I've got this. And so Michael says, "You know what, Ned? Let me speak to you. Let's speak in private. Because what I want to know is I want to know, what do you gain from this?" And he's looking at Ned in his eyes like, "I've given you proxy to keep your stupid mouth shut," right? So he takes Ned to the side. And now Sonny's talking to Cardi, and Cardi goes, "No, Sonny, look, I got this. I just wanted to tell Ned a piece of my mind, and I'm actually not done yet." And Sonny's like, "And I'm not done with him either." She goes, "Sonny, no, look, you don't need to get involved with this, right?" And so she goes, "I can take care of myself." She goes, "As a matter of fact, you know what? Can you tell Michael that I'm going to just go home?" He goes, "What? It's not even new. The new year's not here yet." She goes, "Yeah, but you know what? Drew's not here. So it's not like I'm going to have fun. I would rather just go home. Just tell Michael." He goes, "Okay." So then Lois is still calculating. She's saying, "Wait, wait, wait, wait. No, no, Livy is right in front of my face." And she's got the, so it's got to be someone who has something to gain. And then she looks, she goes, "Wait a minute, I got it. Wait a minute. And something you don't want, okay, that's close." He says, she goes, "Who has something to gain? It's not to get Drew out the picture. It would be to get Carly out the picture." There's one person that has to gain from that. And that's Sonny's beloved new wife, Nina. Oh, Nina! How she figured that out. And Olivia's like, "You can't tell a soul." See, now Olivia gave it away. "You can't tell a soul what you know. You have to get, now you see it's a big mess." And now, she goes, "Wait a minute. No, I don't see, Livy. I don't see it all. How is it okay for Nina to have done it and Ned take the fall? And why?" And now they can see Michael talking to Ned, like really trying to negotiate with him. And why would Michael be in on it with Ned as far as not telling his mother who actually did it? Something's going on there. She goes, "But my question to you is, I thought you and Carly were best friends. How is it in her best interest for her not to know who actually did this? She's blaming the wrong person, and you're allowing it to happen." And she goes, "Because I said it's complicated. You don't know. Carly is so that a war doesn't start." And she goes, "But look, war is starting." Like, wait, what are you talking about? Right? So she goes, "No, no, it's not fair for Sonny to be left in the dark. You better not say nothing, Lois." And now Sonny comes back over. And Ned comes over. He goes, "All right, it's time for fireworks. Fireworks, come on, honey. Let's go to the docks. It's almost midnight." And she's looking at Lois. "You coming, Lois?" And she goes, "No, I'll join you later." And Michael walks out. And Ned and Olivia walk out. And she goes over to Sonny. Sonny's trying to call, saying, "Wait a minute." He's calling Nina, saying, "Why aren't you here? We're supposed to be together when the clock strikes 12. And Nina's not picking up her phone, right? And so Lois walks over and she goes, "Sonny, I need to speak to you." And he goes, "Come on, Lois, let's go out to the docks. It's almost midnight. I don't know where Nina's at, but perhaps she'll meet us out there." She goes, you're going to be missing the fireworks this year. And he looked at her and he goes, what do you mean? She goes, Sonny, I have something to tell you. They have all been lying to you. He goes, who's been lying to me? She goes, your family. And it's not fair. And I feel you need to know. And they left it there. And I thought, the way soap opera fashion is, the way soap opera works, I bet you Nina's going to come in, even though Nina's with Cyrus at the same time. But Lois is going to start rambling about how Sonny should need to know. That's going to give them enough time to helicopter Nina from her office to the Savoy to walk in, right? I'm hoping they don't. I'm hoping they let Lois actually tell Sonny. I love it. Lois has no reason to keep that secret. Nothing to gain for it staying secret. And Olivia shouldn't have either. See, that's what was stupid. Olivia shouldn't have had any reason. Because Ned, as soon as he got his memory back, wanted to tell. But anyway, guess what? Because see, that's going to be the conflict now between Olivia and Carly. That's going to be the conflict between their friendship. And it's going to be strained for a minute. And then after all this, watch, now Olivia's going to want Lois to go back to Bensonhurst. Because Lois's character was never going to be long-term on the show. Okay. So that's pretty good. So now let's get to what else is happening. Carter's at home in the kitchen, making her cup of coffee, head down, missing her man. And all of a sudden she hears this, you know, those little things you blow in that go out and roll back up, little blowhorn, whatever they call those little paper deals. And it startles her. She's like, what the? And she looks, her kitchen door, that is night, that's never locked. We just don't lock it. And everybody knows Carly's house. No, that door ain't locked. Drew comes in the door. And I was like, are you back from filming? Cameron is back, right? Even though, come on, maybe they'll make him say, look, I couldn't miss New Year's Eve with you, right? He may be flying back out the next day because this is a one-day shoot, right? And oh, she's so happy to see him. They're hugging and kissing. And then next thing you know, they make it up to the bedroom to make some New Year's love. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day love. So Carly's happy her man is back, and let's see how long he's back, because I could see him having a day or two off of the shoot, coming back and doing this, and then say, look, I have to get back on a plane tomorrow, but I could not stay away from you tonight. Now, mind you, I may not go see my child that I want to send to school, and it's not a boarding school, y'all. It's a private school that's close to them. So anyway, let's go to, this was what was good. Sonny leaves, and a few minutes later, knock on the door. And Nina's like, you just can't stay away, can you? So she gets up and goes to the door, and it's Cyrus. My Mr. Renault, what do you want? And Cyrus being Cyrus, talking to her. And then, of course, he says a statement that he made to her as she's confessing, and she realizes, it's you. You were at the church. So now brass taxes, the pretense comes off, and he says, have you asked for forgiveness from the people you've wronged? And now Nina turns into me. Oh, her face can turn quick, everybody. She's like, what are you after? Oh, you want something. What is it? Do you want money? And he goes, I don't want money. He's like, I'm here trying to help with your redemption. She goes, an orange jumpsuit suits you better than a man on a cloth suit, right? And she goes, you don't want my redemption. He goes, oh, to the contrary. I've been you. You're fueled by revenge. Yet it always haunts you. that the things that you've done are going to come out. He says, and guess what? They will. And that is not a way to live. He's saying you must make things right. And so he ends up, believe it or not, convincing her when she goes, I just don't, it'll hurt him so much if I tell him. And so Cyrus says, oh, he's going to find out anyway. And she goes, it's better I tell him than him hear it from someone else. And Cyrus says, exactly. It's better you tell him before he does hear this from someone else. And he says, and I won't be far away until you do. And then she looks at him, and he's letting her know, because he will hear it from someone. He's letting her know, you don't tell Sonny soon, I'm gonna tell him. And that would not be good with Cyrus telling Sonny. So that is something else that's going to be really, really good going into 2024, is the way that's going to be unveiled. And look, with Cyrus in the mix, it's not going to drag out for another 6 months. Good. But I think Lois, I do. And I'm hoping it comes from Lois. Nina does not deserve to be able to be the one to tell Sonny. He needs to hear from someone else. And I like the fact that it's probably going to be Lois. And then I was going to tell you, I wanted to tell you, Sonny. I was going to tell you tonight. She wasn't telling him tonight at all. I'm talking about Nina. So good, good. Let's see. It's going to be good. But you know what I see, everybody? I don't know. Does anybody feel what I'm feeling here? Once Nina loses, see, Nina's delusional. She's unstable. Sonny is going to turn his back on her for, could be a minute, it could be how long. And guess who's going to be right there in Nina's ear? Cyrus. Nina makes bad decisions. And a bad decision would be for her to lean on Cyrus for any kind of solace. Bad decision. I don't know. I don't know. I'm seeing a horrible couple that's kind of being thrown together, because you know what happens when you see people together twice in 1 week. I don't know, y'all. I'm getting a feeling something about that. But anyway, let's go to comment corner. Let's pull up these comments. I'm going to breeze through them real quick. Lisa says, I thank you for all you do for this channel. Thank you, Lisa. And so I don't have to say this to everybody. Everybody, thank you for your comments and have a happy new year, right? She also says it needs to come out that Nina deleted the video of Charlotte going into Anna's room at the Metro Court and trashed it. Sonny will know that Charlotte would not have been shot if Nina spoke up to either Sonny or Anna. Yeah, but you know what? I think that whole deleted footage is just old news, because the news is already out that Charlotte was the one stalking Anna, and Sonny, everybody knows, and Sonny knows Valentine kept it. So you know what? The news of Nina deleted footage, I think, is just nothing, right? Nina's got bigger problems. Lucy has a stupid plan to get Scott to fall in love with Tracy, to have Tracy fall in love with him and get married. She would not marry Scott for any reason. Dumb idea, Lucy. It is a very stupid idea, and I don't feel they should waste our time seeing some crap like that. I'm gonna fast forward all of that. I'm just gonna tell you guys that right now. Lois is not stupid. She will figure it out. I'm surprised Olivia kept quiet about it this long. Lois will tell Sonny at the New Year party. Sonny will not believe it, but he will come around and talk to a few people and realize that Nina was lying to him. He will ask Michael, and Michael will realize Um, he knows and confessed the truth to Sonny finally. Yeah, you're right. I don't think he'll take its face value from Lois, but Lois is the one that's going to get the ball rolling. And Lisa says the other surrogate was using an egg donor. They are all pleased that it took so quickly. Okay. I have a feeling that she is still pregnant. Yeah, and decided to keep the baby. She faked her miscarriage. She doesn't live in town where everyone would see her all the time. And then Sabrina says, "Hi, Daily Recap lady. I think Cardi's going to feel a certain kind of way that Olivia knew Nina turned her in and didn't tell her." Me too, Sabrina. Also, I wonder if Olivia is ever going to find out that Nina deleted the footage when Charlotte broke into Anna's room and vandalized it. I can't stand Lucy. BLQ reads her self-righteous behind, or read her self-righteous behind. This plan with Scott is going to blow up in both of their faces. I can't wait. And Linda says, I agree that Carly will feel a certain way when she finds out Olivia knew and didn't say anything about it. Sabrina says to Linda, "Hi, Linda. I know I would. Carly is supposed to be her best friend. I can't believe that Olivia doesn't have a problem with Ned taking Michael's stock and keeping quiet. I don't know that Ned, she knows about the stock now, but I'm sure Ned told her. I guess she is standing by her man." And then Lisa says, "I think Carly is going to feel betrayed by Olivia keeping this information about Nina from her. After she was so upset with Carly for blaming Ned, uh, Olivia kept the truth about it from her best friend and let Nina and Sonny be happy. I would be so hurt by it myself. This plan that Nina came up with won't work, that Lucy came up with won't work. It would work on Lucy, yeah, because she marries men very easily, but Tracy does not. That is so true. She still is in love with Luke. She has no feelings for Scott. She would know Lucy is trying to play her as Scott is going along with it. Stupid plan. And Sabrina says to Lisa, this storyline with Lucy is a waste, but that's what the writers do. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with that story. DL says, woohoo, go Lois finally. Bernice says, some had a nerve to say she did, wait, oh, some nerve to say what she did to Trina, Joss, and Cam was justified. That crazy girl, you see? How at first she goes, when I didn't know, I thought it was horrible. But now that I remember, it was justified. See? That's her. LaShunta says, I can't wait until Lucy gets her just desserts. Why Tracy didn't throw Blair and Martin in her face. Um, that was the blow, that was a low blow about Luke. I used to love Lucy. Ooh, I never did. But ever since Anna got shot because Lucy um, was so obsessed over the nurse's ball, she had no consequences and how she did Sasha. I know. Maxie does all the work and Lucy takes the credit. I hope Maxie gets half of Lucy's gets half and Lucy gets nothing. Consequently, constantly scheming. Tracy, I don't like what she did wait, but at least Sasha kept her job. I know. Don't forget Lucy voted Valentine in ELQ and voted Michael out as CEO. She is doing dirt. I believe she's no Marty Shade. She's no Marty Shade. I believe she's no Marty. I don't understand that. Why all of a sudden she in Scott's face? I know she's all seeing Scott. Where's Martin? And Clemmy says, Lois is one smart cookie. I love her. Cheryl says, I love Lois on the show. NK Rose says, why not go after Brooklyn for corporate espionage? Linda says, what Brooklyn did was just that, corporate espionage, and people go to prison for that action. So why let Brooklyn off the hook? I don't know why they did it like that, because she is let off the hook. The writers have favorites, and unfortunately, Carly isn't one of them. I think you're ready to cough. NK Rose says, glad Lois figured it out on her own. Lucy says, hello, Daily Recap Lady. Love your chattel. Looking forward to hearing your recap previews and comment corner. All right, everybody. That's the last comments I'm reading from Comment Corner 2023. Keep all of those comments coming up in 2024 for all my recaps on General Hospital. Hopefully, I'll be able to uh, get back to doing them late at night, right after I see them, because I'm on the Pacific Coast in California. So most of you were seeing them the next day anyway, unless you where I live or late birds. But either way, every day I'm going strong with GH. And I'm going to try to get back to daily on the young and the restless. So everybody have a happy and safe new year.